It keeps answering questions, so I figured he's got a
Yeah,
lot.
he's a guy.
Yeah, so that's why when we redistrict everything, it's so that all seven wards have roughly. They're all like. Yeah. And Howard Moore was people in.
Hey, Fred and Bob, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. We are cooking. And can we hear you? Try that one more time.
Yes, sir.
You guys hear him?
Yeah, you need to wait. Louder.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
What's it?
All right, we got you.
That's an air pollution.
Can that be lowered at all, or I don't want to mess with the air? I'm just annoyed, but if we can hear each other, I just don't know.
I mean, it'll be more hot than you can imagine.
Okay, then let's.
We got loud voices of Ward 3.
If I could just ask one question by way of running. You know that song, Hush Voices Carry? You got that big loud thing on? Got these people who want to hear us, and that thing is loud, and I don't think we want to turn that down. So then maybe we can turn down our volume on our bodies. Please, I'm sorry. We have, we're started.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Okay.
And for folks here, sorry to interrupt one more. We do record our meetings and post them online. Is there anyone who, for some reason, does not want to be in view of the camera? Or for any reason? Hello.
Hello, hello.
God.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Good bell.
Is that right?
Great. Come over and sit next to me, please.
All right. So let me set up the recording real quick.
Yeah, crank that volume.
Wow. Hey.
Oh, it's already being recorded. Perfect. All right. Let me just get our video lift and we're all set.
Hi, Holly, how are you? Good.
Nice to see you in person.
I know,
Hey,
it's
Steve.
great.
Word hello.
Now it's just, wow. Now it's perfect. Welcome back, Fred.
Yes, I shut myself off unintentionally.
Oh, man, I hate when that happens. I do that every night. Shut it off.
It's very sophisticated.
Yes.
The book?
Okay, he said lift.
Lift us all.
Ronnie works in Springfield.
Yes, he does.
So that's why he knows all
And,
this.
well, all right, Jim, we're ready to kick it off.
Okay, everybody. Welcome. There may be some people, we have some guests that are coming in. Please, welcome. You may have a seat here. Hello, everyone. Guys, it's good to see people online. It's been a minute since we last saw each other. So it is 7:03, time of 7:00 Ward 3 meeting for the month of August. So right now, what we're gonna do is we can do some brief introductions. I think we'll do a board of members. It is at 8:30, so we
Yeah.
want to make sure we are.
I feel like, I mean, my gut is feeling like we should keep the introductions brief. Last time they took a bit.
Yeah,
So maybe since our guests will get introduced and then anyone afterwards can.
so let's do board now, because like you, hello, what's your name there? sir?
My name's Jim Nash. I'm on the board of the Ward 3 Association.
Please stand, Dee.
Hi, I'm Joella Jada. I'm a vice president of this great organization.
And I'm Greg Gerstetter, I'm a board member.
Let me president.
Yes.
President,
Yeah, she's
yeah, I was like,
president.
wait, you're president.
Was vice president, now she's president.
Esteemed President,
Steve.
I'm Stacy Davey.
Lady Sue's Executive Secretary of the LPO.
Nice.
John White, the president and executive secretary. I was the executive secretary. I resigned to take the presidency of the WSLPO.
So you're our LCO rep now.
Yes,
On the
Yeah,
board.
okay.
he's gonna speak tonight.
Yeah, perfect.
Congratulations.
I just got a promotion.
All
Yes,
right.
and our great people who just came in from the back. Talk about putting you on the spot. Your name, please?
I'm and I live in Ward 3, and I'm also on the ballot for Ward 3 committee.
And who's that handsome person next to
My
you?
husband Nelson.
Hi, husband Nelson.
Nice to meet you.
And who's that other handsome person right there with green hair? Oh,
Ace Taylor, resident, running for Ward 3 City Council.
Well, you know what? You're running from my heart, you have.
Yes.
Right.
Howard Ward, Ward 3.
Dave Jones, not running nothing, I'm just here. Support.
Thank you. Do you have somebody come in? Want to introduce yourself? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Colleen in the back. Colleen, can you introduce yourself, my friend?
My name is Colleen Curry, and I live at Wolferton.
Could you introduce yourself? The floor rep coordinator. She's new here. All right, guys, I think we all got, oh, Dan, did we get you?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I guess.
Well, we'll get to, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm Dan Stern. I'm the principal at Bridge Street.
Yay.
And Ronnie Gold, I'm treasurer of the neighborhood association.
These guys.
They can't see you.
And Ronnie Gold, they know who I am. And can you guys on the screen introduce yourself? Bob, we'll start with you.
I'm Bob Reckman. I've been on this board almost forever.
Fred,
Yeah, my name is Fred Zimnock. I'm on the board. I've been here for quite a few years. I live in Ward 3, Precinct B.
All right, guys, thank you. And that is Dave. He's the first floor rep of the Waukesha Local Tenants Organization, and he's our all-around handy helpful person. You're new, we put you on. Could you please read the Ward 3 Neighborhood Association norm? Read them out. Students, watch.
If I fail, don't tell me. Ward 3 Neighborhood Association norms. Number 1, in order to begin and end on time, have a clear agenda for our meetings and stay on topic. Number 2, we will attempt to discuss topics of relevance to everyone and reserve topics with narrow focus for subcommittees and another time. We will show respect for each other by allowing one person to speak at a time and avoid side conversations and interrupting others. 4, if we have an quote elephant to discuss, a sensitive issue, we will attempt to provide advance notice or allot enough time in the agenda to address it effectively. Number 5, we will invoke the parking lot rule for topics that become too big and need to be tackled at a later time or by a subcommittee. Can you guys hear okay? Fred and Bob?
Yeah, pretty good.
I should have asked earlier.
I've also turned the captions on, so I can read what you're saying.
All right. Number 6, we will show respect and courtesy by listening to others, choosing our words carefully, trusting that all present come with good intentions. And as a result, at times, we will agree to disagree. And number 7, we will recognize fostering a positive dynamic is vital to sustaining our group. We understand that well-timed humor can be an effective way to ease tension or fears and refocus the group.
Most definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
He is a principal.
Yes, indeed. So moving right along. I'm sorry, I did have some the agenda for everyone, but it's sorry now only in my
Is that
head right now. Oh, there you go. Hello, there we go.
Read along.
Yeah, so we're gonna have public comment
We're gonna have public comments.
and then we'll have our candidate announcement. Miss Montgomery,
Dan needs to leave at 7:30.
Dan's leaving at 7:30.
yeah, so good sense. So, we could pause public comment and,
We can come back. What do you think?
what was your timing like?
It's
Okay, so we could have her do hers
Okay.
and then go over to Dan.
I'm not gonna be.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we'll table everything else till the end. That works, Jada? We'll table
That is
everything.
fine. Let's allow for him since I put him on the spot to read. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. All right, you want to start with Renika, then we're gonna have some Q&A with Dan?
Oh,
Hers is-
okay.
hers is
Renika,
state.
want to stand up?
Or you want to join us over here?
Why don't you join us over here? This is the
Take Ronnie's
presidential
chair.
lounge.
Take Ronnie's chair.
Yeah.
Take Ronnie chair. You want
Please,
one?
Ronnie, you take my chair. Got that chair.
Yes.
Show your beauty.
Please. Okay, all right. Hi, everyone. My name is Renika Montgomery Tomaclo. I am running for school committee in Ward 3. I have lived in Northampton since 2008. I have lived in Ward 3, now 3B, on Bridge Street since 2014. I've been involved in the local community for quite a while, for like years. I was working with the Diversity and Inclusion Center in East Hampton, running Black History Month programming and helping them deal with like restorative justice issues there. And then we took it virtual when COVID happened. And then also before that, I worked to help community college students transfer to four-year colleges. So I have a really strong background in like championing the underdog for having a full access to their public education. I'm a public education kid. I was a Head Start student in Tennessee. I went from Head Start all the way to Yale. So I know that like a robust public education system is the foundation of a vibrant city. Ward 3 is Bridge Street School. Bridge Street School is the most diverse school in the city, and it will have my little nephew in preschool in October. So I really hope to like be able to make sure that like everyone's children have access to quality education. And so like I'm actually running unopposed, but you're still gonna see me because I've been canvassing and everything. Like I'm not, because I do want to meet my neighbors and talk about everything and issues that you have. And I will send Jada info after so she can post like my Facebook page and my email so that you can contact me and we can talk. And that's it.
I have a couple of things if I could say very quickly, because we'll get used to this because you come here once a month and you let us know what's going on with the school committee.
Yes.
So please,
Yes.
we expect that.
Yes, it's fine. I sometimes will have to be hybrid.
Okay.
I do have
I do understand that. I do understand that. And I also want to say thank you for helping launch our first Day Colors. Day Colors where we with John will talk more about some of the groups that we have. And one is Black Caucus, Hispanic Caucus, Polish Culture Group. And from that, it was the colors were women, and we had some food, and we sat in this hot area, and we talked and cried and hugged. And she was there among us other Black female people from this area. So it's nice to meet you. And she has Southern roots. Did she say
Yeah,
that?
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
She understands me well. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
And so moving right along, we'll also put him under the spot too. You want to speak from there? Are you okay?
Whatever you guys want. Dan, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
And, Renika, any other folks, I don't know if you guys were here when I said it, this is recorded and we posted to our site. Something, if anyone didn't hear that before.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan. I'm the new principal over at the Bridge Street School in Ward 3. I was invited here by Ronnie and just wanted to come by and say hello. And he gave me a little bit of background, strong history of the relationship between Ward 3 school. So I just wanted to come and meet everybody and say hi. And anybody has any questions?
What's your background in education?
Yeah, great question. So I've been in education for about 17 years. The majority of my time has been in special education. I have a master's degree in special education. I spent a lot of time with high school students, disenfranchised youth, running programs for kids who are not necessarily successful in their original public school. I've worked with the Collaborative for Educational Services with students that are in PYS care or other institutional settings. I was a special ed coordinator for an elementary school in East Hampton. I was in East Hampton school for about 5 years. So I've seen the gamut from preschool all the way through transitional youth, 18 to 22-year-olds, preparing themselves to go off young adults. So I'm very excited to be in an elementary school. I really love my time working as an elementary school special ed coordinator. And so I'm really excited to be in Northampton, to be at a pre-K to 5 school, be able to nurture the young learning.
Yes, I do have a question. I'm a community member of the Bridge School.
School council.
That's what I said, yes. And, I would like to continue, seeing that, Zoom. I think it started around, it was candidates time, but sure. We met, at least we tried to, once a month, maybe once a quarter to meet, so we know what's going on as well, in addition to, that way we won't put you on the spot to make you come here and tie you here to come every month, but at least we would know what was going on. And I'd like your commitment to that.
Well, it's funny you say that because that is on my list of things when I get back. Things I've been checking off, the parent advisory council, the school council, just trying to figure out who was on those, who were members and who to invite when we set up those meetings. But yes,
Ron and I both are on.
Yeah, so
And Jim too.
in previous iterations.
and I don't know how it ran prior. From what I understand, it's once quarter. Is that?
So
Or is it once?
my daughters are now in middle school, but I was on since they were in pre-K.
Yep.
And over the years, there's been various iterations of it. At sometimes we were actually meeting once a month, under Principal Chiquette and a little bit under Carol Ruffalo. Just, I think everything threw everything in flux with COVID. So, but prior to that, I mean, it was like a once a month piece, and happy to share. I know I have a bunch of previous documents and things like that, but yeah, there was community rep, parent rep, and there was like a ratio of staff to non-staff, like parents and all that we had to keep. But yeah, Ward 3, that's how I got involved in the school council through the neighborhood association. And Jerry Budger, I don't know if there's a picture of him here, but go back over there, but he is,
Dedicated to him in that space over there.
yeah, and in the school, you'll see his dad's name on the wall. There's like a big picture of the old school in the hallway there, right outside the library. And there's a piece of his dad's history and being a supporter there. So I bring that up to say the neighborhood association kind of like brought me into it. And
Yeah.
they've always been,
Yeah.
some sort of, whether even just sitting in or a community rep as Jada was sharing, or parent reps.
It seems like a really involved. On Monday, I met with the PTO reps and discussed how to weave them into the fold of the school. And so I would imagine it'd be the same neighborhood association. It's exciting that there's such a strong connection, and it seems to be a good background of support.
It is.
I've been on
Well,
the,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I've been on the JFK, well, if you get to JFK's council, they always been. Smart, yeah. I found it really helpful.
Yeah.
I found it hard to like skip to meeting. It's sort of. Yeah. Just like, if you can fit it in your schedule.
And Jim, I don't know if yours was on school council, but I want to add, so Emily
Emily.
Seraphy Cox is our current Ward 3 school committee member. She might recall too that there used to be with the city, where the school councils would meet. All the school councils of all the schools would meet with the school committee members of some sort. Each year there's annual. So there was just like assignments we had and we did, and neighborhood association supported those.
No, in just a little history of the association support for Bridge Street. So, the Safe Routes to School, project, which improved the sidewalks, it had the support of counselors, but in large part, the support was generated by the association. So all of those new sidewalks, crosswalks, there was a lot of work around, reconfiguring the parking zones for pickup drop off. You'll probably hear about this, the pickup drop off. It's an imperfect thing there. There's the walking school bus, which,
Dan, if you have problems with that, you just need to talk to Mars. In school.
I bet,
Your
yeah.
crossing guard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I've heard of the parking situation. There was the caregiver packet went out today, and we tried to update the information and provide some visuals for folks. And we're gonna be sending some more out, the day before school, to help with that. But I've heard quite a bit about the parking fiasco that it's the loop and, yeah. I don't think that's just a Ward 3 thing.
Just,
But
yes.
Yeah.
Can I just add, so, and one more thing the association did was 15 years ago, we kept Bridge Street School open. We were the main advocates for helping. There was a time where restructuring was considered and the association worked with the school committee rep at the time.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of work, oh, and the new bridge and the signs. The school has a sign now, it has the budget board, putting information out there.
Yes.
So that's all the association.
And you were talking about the walk too.
Yeah, the walking school bus, which encourages kids to walk to school.
I have heard of it and I've been driving by just in my past job and seen it. That's like the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. It's very, well, it's safe and also it's such a great alternative for families to be able to get their children to school in a very supervised way.
It helps with the pickup drop.
It helps for sure.
We've got a hand, from, I thought, was there a hand on the online? I thought I heard a beep behind me.
Please, we got our hand up.
Oh,
It was just me. I was trying to put lots of hearts and so forth when y'all were talking about saving Bridge Street School 15 years ago, but I pressed the wrong button and accidentally raised my hand. So apologies.
We appreciate it, Emily. Thank you.
Yes, you talk, given that you're most of your time in education, can you just talk about specifically what's exciting about teaching? Or not teaching, but leading.
Yeah, I think in the past I've experienced trying to repair a lot of relationships between students and school districts, families and school districts, and trying to in my previous role, the goal was always to get the student back into the public school where they can receive their education in the community. And I think it just excites me. And I did a little bit of it as a special ed coordinator in a limited capacity where I worked with pre-K students, age 3 through 4th grade. So it's exciting to be able to work with the entire school and help build those relationships from the ground up and help the students kind of thrive in that environment and get what they need. I've said to folks as I've been meeting different cohorts of people, like, not everything's perfect all the time and things, perhaps aren't going to go the way that certain individuals want them to go. And that's okay. But I think the most important thing is keeping lines of communication open and expressing how you feel. And so that we communicate and discuss what's going on. Because, they're your kids, I have kids, everybody wants the best for their kids. And so that's why it's fine. Thanks.
we got a hand from Fred. Fred,
Yeah, I have a question. It's probably a little bit too early to ask this question, since you haven't been at the school that long, but, are there any changes that you would like to make to the building?
Physically?
Do you mean physically to the
Yeah,
structure?
any physical changes you want to make to the building?
Oh, well, I mean, we do have some things on the capital improvements, in terms of, I believe the gym roof. I talked to the maintenance folks about getting a fob access to the back of the building. There's currently no fob access to the playground doors. It needs to be keyed in. And so, it would be nice if people who are out just fob in like they do in the front, for a variety of reasons. And there's something else on the capital improvements. It's escaping me right now, but I mean, I think there's things that a lot of people are aware of. There's nothing specific that I have seen to this point. I mean, I haven't had a day of school yet, so, but do you have anything, or is there something on your mind?
No, I just wondered what your thoughts were, your first impression in seeing the school, and if there were any things you wanted to change.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No. Yeah, no, nothing different than what other folks have already identified.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we know you have to be going back to,
Can I share one?
well, okay, why?
You want, cause yeah, I got 1 minute. with you. I have something to share. Just, I think that, so I'm a teacher down in Springfield, and, PTOs are spectacular. Schools need them. And I think something that's unique with here, and we have an individual, but not a neighborhood association in my school that connects us to the broader community, the retired folks, people without kids that are our parent age, like that whole circle. And I think that's what's very unique about the neighborhood association. And just, I feel like it's one of those places where if you were a teacher or you're an administrator and you're like, I need help with something beyond the building, or or I need volunteers or anything like that, like, we're a great go-to for that. And so I just want to make sure that's, there for you. And then we have always done we've tried to do an initiative each time, like we raised the walking school bus and $1 million for the sidewalks and school signs. And so our next iteration that's very slowly developing is we were like, can we figure out ways to support field trips? And so we made a connection with the Tri-County Fair across the street. And we learned that the museum there, I don't know if folks have been to the museum where they have that's actually open all year, and it's just sitting there. It's right across the street. And so we're looking at ways to, how can we support if the school needed people to walk, that kind of partnerships. And so, yeah, we're all here. We're here to do what we can to help you all and support.
No, thank you so much. It's been an eye-opening experience. The amount of support and positive energy towards schools in all of Northampton, but specifically Bridge Street, has been really amazing. And the PTO is wonderful. I met a few other folks. The neighborhood association, I think it just seems like it could continue to be a really positive thing. Obviously, there's been a lot of really good work done in the past. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you for welcoming.
And I'll leave you with this, that Budger board, which is what we mean by that is, it's that board that has like this slanted roof that's in the Lampron Park. It's got two sides. One side is like fully for anything you guys want to post. And there's a little mailbox there. And so what teachers have done and Carol's done, they just fold one up in there, and we, in the neighborhood association, we have the key. We post it for you guys. Happy to give you guys a key. But it's just a nice way to, teachers have put student work in there and all sorts of things. So if with the beginning of the school year, if there was things you're like, I want to put a flyer up, that's a great way to just throw a flyer up there. So feel free to make use of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Any other questions?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
appreciate
thank you,
it.
thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Dan.
You'll be seeing
Yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
and I usually come back history, we can read.
See you guys. Thank you. Take care.
Okay, at this great point, guys, we're gonna go to general announcements. And I just have, we're gonna talk about the candidates forum. General, want to speak to that?
Well, are you talking about public comment too? We skipped them.
What's next on the agenda?
General announcements, events and happenings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we skipped a lot.
Oh, we did. What public? Yes, we did. Well, let's do the.
Whatever you want.
Is that gonna be long?
No, well, I'm just what I can share is the Chamber, the Gazette, and the League of Women Voters are sponsoring candidates forums over 2 nights for the preliminary election for any of the contested races for the preliminary. There's lots of races that don't have too many candidates, but for 1, 3, and 5 for city council, have multiple candidates, as well as the mayor and at large. So the first night, Monday, the 25th, is going to feature those board races. The second night, Tuesday, the 26th, will feature the at large and the mayor. The forum will be facilitated by the League of Women Voters. The league will be answering questions submitted by people ahead of time. Send them. In fact, if you send them I've heard people send questions and they've sent back and no, we're not asking that. That's too partisan. You know, that they're already determining what to ask. Also, questions will be taken from the floor of the event at Bombix. That's where it's being held. There will be no remote component to be engaged. You can watch it, but if you want to be part of the event and submit your questions, you have to be in the room or submit the questions ahead of time. The Gazette will also be part of the forum to help vet some of the questions, to make sure that the questions are rounded out and kind of cover all the issues.
I just want to add to that, you need a ticket.
And you need a
The
ticket.
tickets just became available today. I think it's on the big.
That's
Site.
They're free tickets.
Yeah,
they're
they're free.
free.
You just have to research.
It's just so they know that once you have a ticket, then you can get the door and they can manage the numbers of space.
Ronnie, if you could go up a little bit, I did put that website on there.
Oh, thank you.
Jim, do you know who's going to moderate the forums for the league?
I do not, and I have made the point of saying I am no longer going to be involved in any organizational stuff because I'm involved with other people's campaigns. So the league will figure, I'm confident the league will figure this out. I'll say one thing, the moderator will not be from Northampton. They will be from another community.
Oh, wow. So,
Oh, wow.
You've been assured of that?
That's what they said. The league is real clear. This is how we do stuff. So,
Wow. So what happened? Association.
Oh, because we were.
we can have a
Emily was-
discussion later about what we're gonna do. That was just announcing.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't hear, Emily was asking if we were gonna do one, because it was in the conversation about the neighborhood association, and we'll talk about that later in the agenda. So let's not go right. But that was in general announcements over here.
I just had to briefly, actually, it's gonna be covered more in probably the Sabo report. Just wanted to say, starting tomorrow, generous help of Northampton Open Media, Hannah Cox, remember when she came as a guest speaker? I communicated with her and she will be starting, computer and tech help here at Sabo House. She also has it at the library and the senior center, but it'll be with us. She'll be doing it tomorrow, but it'll be the first Wednesday of every month from 2 to 5. So that is quite a achievement. So we're so excited. And again, I just want to give credit to Northampton Open Media. Ward 3 Neighborhood Association for bringing us together. Okay, moving right along. Yes, please.
I got an email from a friend today who's helping to coordinate the TCG parade. And I think they're sorry, I'm just running through the email. They're looking to do the parade and then have something downtown, have like music, jugglers, kids activities. So, and they're also looking for people to the march parade. If anybody is interested in getting involved in the activity,
I'd like to.
sure. Okay.
Yeah, we'll send that out to the listserv. I think that seems like something. Or Peter's email.
Yeah,
It's a good call. Thank you.
My garage.
Okay, guys. That was great. I think that'll be the end of our announcements. Guys, if we could go around again, because I did forget public comments. If there anything people would get keep into a minute, that would be great. We do have an agenda, if that's okay.
Yeah, any public comment on, oh, yeah, Denise.
He is announcing a meet and greet. I'm hosting politically violating the campaign rules. But I didn't say any details, but I wanted to check for if I don't want to step on any. Cool. I'm running for city council, as I announced a couple of meetings ago. I'm having a meet and greet on Thursday, the 21st 6 until 9 at Quick Workspace, which is 9.5 Market Street. Everyone in the ward and outside is welcome. Ask me questions, hear about my campaign, or to speak my opinion.
Oh, each food. We have some here.
August 21st, it's a Thursday, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Excellent.
Should,
We do not have any of here. Your
Little announcements. Time's wrong, but it's all there. Here, over there. One second. All there. Go out. Or, over there.
okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Anything else? Public? All you great public people? Okay, don't want to miss anyone. All righty. Then we're gonna get to our little nitty gritty. How about our treasurer's report?
I'm having some Wi-Fi issues.
Okay,
Can I just share that later on when I'm reconnected?
definitely.
Thanks.
And then the next is the meeting record. Guys, you didn't meet in July, so is this for June?
Yeah, June meeting.
Move
Okay.
approval.
I couldn't hear
You
you.
said move of approval.
Second. Third. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions?
I have a question.
Yep.
Why would we ever disapprove?
Well, I think, good question. Previously, we were, handwritten notes.
Right.
And so if someone had to interpret what was said and now we got this
Yeah.
amazingness.
So is this a needed?
Formality, but it's, otherwise, it's maybe not really accepted by the whole. Great question, Ellen.
Something to think about there. Wonder if we need to. We are recording it.
Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, the only thing I had, and I'm not so adamant about it now, is that sometimes with the recording, because it gets the transcript, but that's in every meeting where some things, maybe they don't get my accent right or something. Okay. So that was the only concern I had, because I didn't have a chance to go through them. We don't have a secretary, so it's our secretary. So that was my only thing about it.
Maybe instead of approving, we just ask if anybody has questions. Because
I love that. Former president, tell us.
I like the fact that it's on the agenda because of the volume speed thing.
Okay.
I like that.
Otherwise it just becomes something we don't think about. And, so I just like to be reminded of the fact that it's
Okay.
always being recorded. But I hear you about, spending a minute to say, is that formality?
Y'all can go over. So,
Yeah.
but Emily has a question.
Yeah, Emily has a hand.
Or she just.
Or has an
wants to
emoji.
love it.
Is that a
Yeah.
high five?
I was just gonna say that, the audio isn't always clear for people, especially on the other side of the room. Like I can hear Ronnie really well. I could hear the incoming principal really well. I can hear Jada, but on the other side of the room, like Stacy, I couldn't hear you as well. So it gets a little muffled and jumbled. And so my guess is that the transcript might also be a little muffled and jumbled because of that too. So just FYI that it might actually be important to think about the audio piece of it, not necessarily like go ahead and, approve the the recording, but just in terms of the quality of your transcript that might affect it.
Fair. That's true. She's sitting right next to me and I couldn't hear her. What? I mean, she's just a soft little voice. And we didn't bring it out, but we had a PA system that could have made things a little louder. And then we have a nice little cute Will Rogers fan. It's loud. So danger.
Okay.
Up to it. So
Thank you, Emily.
that is true though.
Yeah.
What?
So maybe what we do is we just acknowledge that we want to post the transcript, but we know that it's a transcript and it's not perfect, but we just acknowledge that we're okay with posting.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Amen to that. Do we vote on it? Is that another hand? Is that a wave?
Yeah,
Emily?
Fred,
Fred has two hands?
no, that's-
Yes, I'd like to make a comment.
Yes, please.
Basically what happens is, the audio is really not very good. So I'm looking at the transcript and, the transcript has mistakes in it because it isn't picking up all the audio.
Well, they have to use our PA system that we have so we can be pretty clear, really. I think that may be something to do.
Or maybe we could. Is there something when we, is there a statement where we post it and we acknowledge that? Or we acknowledge that, like, you know, we're relying on, technology.
Ronnie is
Is
anybody?
Yeah, that was mostly for Ronnie.
You're asking me,
Is there
sorry.
a statement, like, with the, we post the minutes that it's based on the audio? It's not.
We can add that. I could put that in there's like, on the site, it just goes, straight to, YouTube. What's this freaking-
Get church in here.
Yeah, wow. Try this.
maybe like, at the beginning. I don't know. If we need to, we could try to reinstate this secretary.
So,
Yeah, this could be that, parking lot rule.
Let's park
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes,
in the
that's
lot
true.
And
Yeah.
reconvene
and
and
I will at least update it, sorry to interrupt, but just to address that one little thing, because it's a good point. Everybody, on here, we'll just put there'll be like a message that says, audio issues due to background noise, please let us know. Yeah,
A
some sort of
disclaimer.
disclaimer.
I
That's a
like
good point.
that word.
send an
So
email.
can we put this on the agenda for
Most
September?
definitely.
February sometime.
February, no, we'll be done by February. No, that will be on the agenda. This is what when we talked about the parking lot rule, if there's something here we want to talk about, we'll put it on the agenda. Other words, we're tabling it and talk about it
Sounds
further.
good.
Awesome.
That's what we call it, parking lot. Jim came up with that word. I think.
I heard him listening.
Oh,
What?
Okay.
Park the lot?
yes.
Agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially the secretary.
Skip guest speaker.
Dan, yeah, we have that. We've had Dan here.
He's nice.
Very nice. We did talk about the election form committee. Jim did cover that. And I'm sorry, guys, the website is private and I guess you can't do it, but as Stacy said, the information about the election form, I saw it online, so please let's register and be there. Okay, Mr. Fred, you have an MCC report update?
Thank you for the introduction. As it turns out, I don't have anything to say about M3C. Everyone is on vacation and we're having a meeting at the end of this month, and in September, I should have a extensive report on farming and other issues.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, now next, John Wada, who is, as he introduced himself, is the president of the Walter Salvo LTO, WSLTO, also LTO, we call it. And he has a report. He is a board member, and John, take it from here.
Okay, as of June 20th this year, myself, Jada, Heidi, Eddie, Cheryl, Matt, you're not here,
David.
and Dave, are one of our board members as of June 20th. We won the election by 62%. And we had 4 officers that were sanctioned by NHA. We had a meeting in July. We brought that up to 6 board members. Because we have 4 reps, we have 7 floors for the town on top of the town. So there's, 190, over 200 people. And, it's quite a job for, one or two people to take on 200 people. We have to put reps that represent their board, and any problem, they take it to the board, and then board take it there. Any problem. We had, the interim director, Matthew Mainville, I had a meeting with him, and, we discussed it with the building manager, Jose. We have a meeting every month, to discuss any problems with the tenant or with the building. Just trying to jump that as much as possible. And, take transparency and, put it up on a bulletin board, letting people know what is going on, which hasn't happened in the past. Want to let you know, good or bad, this is what was said, this is what's going to be done, this is what was done. And of course, have the police department in here now, and we have, the security agency in here now also, which we didn't have before.
4 days a week, 4 hours a day. Northampton Police Department and, detail from Liberty Security.
They will vary their hours, but it's totally up to them. Nobody else will know their hours are going. Myself, I'm the only male on the board. The rest are all female, and they're doing a fantastic job. Both with the bylaws, we have a set of bylaws we revised that were approved by the people. 30 pages long. A total of 89 pages all together. Which they broke it down, they simplified it. But last time, the old bylaws were a little bit too complicated for the average person to read. So we broke it down even with table of contents, glossary pages, the state laws, CMR's book, Massachusetts regulation, all in different sections. So a person can take it, read it, and make it easy. I think my secretary here, she did a fantastic job too.
Fantastic, guys. Fantastic.
We've had several meetings, over meetings, with paper back and forth, of the English. Should it be and, should it be or, should it be and or, whatever. Because, technically, it's a contract, but the LTO work inside that contract. And you gotta watch what is written down. Because it could be interpreted in different ways from one person to another. So we've had several meetings on that. We have a what we call a world session every week, or together at least once a week. The ladies have been working in the office 8 to 10 hours a day.
Because we have no life. I mean,
Well, they have some kind of life. They do a great job. We decided to have a meeting every other month with the tenants. At all points, we're having social events. So I have a list here. We're having Polish culture, talent and singing, games, learn how to do the computer, arts and decorations, and disability. We're having all those events that are happening now or will be. Want to keep these people active, want to get them going. And like I said, we extended our board to 6 people and director at large on our board. Because we're not all 25 anymore, and hospitalization or death, whatever, the director at large takes the treasurer's job or the secretary's job. You can step right in, and help the overall stack. I stack 2 or 3 days and not into everything. That's about it. All I got to say.
sing along.
Oh, yeah, yeah, just one thing. Dave, Wednesday, you're gonna be cooking at the recovery center?
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, at 1 o'clock. It's a fantastic cook. You're all invited to come try out and.
Yes, from 1 to 2.
Food you haven't yet.
Soul food, didn't I tell you that? Soul food. Dave's gonna cook, he cooked for the Juneteenth event. He's a extraordinary cook, and so word got around.
I'm not from the south and I'm not weak, man. I don't know what the hell, what. I saw.
Well, then you learn.
Okay, then I'll learn. All right, I'll show you then.
Plate full.
If there's something I'll tell you, other folks wouldn't say it, sir, but I don't want y'all to know. Renika. Anyway,
On June 13th, Jada held an event here down at the dining room. And there was quite a few people down here, including, I believe the mayor was here too, wasn't he?
oh, not the mayor, this, Jim was here. There were a lot of people here. It was, June 19th, actually, Juneteenth. And, it was a really wonderful thing. I did tell a little bit. I grew up and it's called Negro Freedom Day. And, we had it, we talked about Texas, the history of it. And thanks to Historic Northampton, I was able to share some, excerpts of, enslaved people in Northampton. So it was pretty amazing. So I want to thank them for that information. So it was really good. And Dave, the minute he put food down, it was gone. And I have to tell you, I didn't even get to lick the juice off the barbecue ribs. So he's gonna repeat that. So if you're around from 1 to 2, let's show some love over there at Northampton Recovery Center. Heidi has been a volunteer there, and they have a community meeting, and they let, I guess it was a restaurant beforehand, Florentina, was that what it was beforehand? And
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. And they went and he bought all the food, and everything's marinated, so come in and eat, say hi. It's amazing stuff that's going on there, guys. But check this out. It's every Wednesday, right, 1 to 2 is a community meeting, and they usually have pizza. Yeah, you can, please do.
I got,
He's a good cook.
I got half the food done. I already did the collard greens.
They don't know what they're doing.
Do a potato salad.
How dare you?
Potato salad. And this Sunday soul food thing,
I
I
know,
threw in
but-
some pig feet. Nice. You know, so
Okay.
tomorrow, I'm gonna be making chicken, butter chicken, and macaroni and cheese, and pot with cornbread.
Hot water. We
Hot water.
water.
Water, not water, water. She turned around like, I'm coming.
Please do. Please. As our great Emily said, how dare I assume she don't know what collard greens is? And go, what is it? Okay, anyway.
Okay, and we have a bingo every Wednesday for the tenants in here. And, that's a good success. People like to gamble. But it's not open to the public. I'm sorry to say.
Look at the residents.
It's just a resident.
Going well, because there's been many months that
If anybody wants to take a look afterwards, I have to set up a whole set of,
how's the safety and security been?
security has been good. We want to,
We want to keep them.
we want to keep them and, give them a log. People coming in and going out, the actual meetings.
So I went to a place in Greenfield and they actually lock the doors. They should lock, right? Does that happen here?
No, not yet, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, cause like, I heard and I was like, oh, I wonder if something. It's like.
Yeah.
They had a-
1 to 2.
Go in. Oh,
We had stuff like that too. We're getting there. It's interim executive director, Matthew Mainville. He kind of collecting data. Let me just tell you one thing that happened like, for example, this Saturday, we had our second cleanup salvo. We had people all over cleaning up. So we had it out great. And also some people from Cleanup Salvo donated the trash recycle bins. So I was able to get like almost 100 for. And so as I was coming into as John alluded to, we worked a day and night. I was coming into the office and I saw what I thought something like this on the first floor right near the Salvo office, and Heidi was in there, and I said, oh, let me put this in the recycling thing. And I went, wait a minute. And then I was like, it was a crack pipe. A crack, yeah. So I'm like, oh, and then Heidi was like, call the police. And then I was like, do I call? I was like, am I juror? I was just, police detail was there, seconds. Went into in the room, we have surveillance and stuff, saw who the person was, knew they reported it. It was just so instantaneous. Whereas before, I'm like, do we not? Are they busy to come here? But they have it detailed and they're here. And people now know that they're here, but people are going to the security people like, when are you going to be here? What are your hours? So you can know not to come here doing that stuff. So, but I think I have seen crime, drugs, prostitution sometimes, if you want to say that, has decreased, I think, significantly. There are times I know that Heidi and I have been working on the first floor in the office at night. We come in, we're like, wow, where are we? And then it's been pretty amazing. One other thing that John didn't mention, for 6 years, I think John has been asking to have speed bumps.
I saw that.
Remember all that, the speed bumps? They, yes, you got that implemented. They're temporary, but that is happening.
Temporary speed bumps in
Yeah.
there?
In the winter time, they will take.
They're there. Look at that picture right there. I didn't know it was like building a railroad. Oh, John Henry, thing. And so we have that, and that's pretty amazing. It's almost like put something out in the universe, and the universe is answering. It's
6 years later.
Well, they were in the basement. Have we not answered? It is.
Yeah, speed bumps are from 0 to 5 miles.
Yes.
Anything over that,
Jim, don't rain on our parade.
yeah, your car, the bottom will rip out.
I'm sorry about your car.
You go over-
But then don't go fast. No, yeah, so that's been,
That's why it's on-
And just to piggyback, Jada, I gotta use my phone because she texted them to me instead of sending them to me in a world that would be easier. But that being said, there were some other events you shared with me. Do you want me
Oh,
to
my
swipe?
goodness.
You sent me,
yes.
we're gonna do this briefly though, but what do we got here?
So what, Savo, as I said, from our professional tailor, among other things, is Ace Taylor, who is a professional tailor. We started a group and got so many donations. And one place has donated from us 20 sewing machines. And they so much fabric and stuff. It was all over here. And I was like, what do we do? So Ace showed folks how to do. And the people said, we don't need this once a month. We need this area every 2 weeks. So there'll be another one on the 21st from 2 to 5.
Awesome.
So we are busy, and I got him. I'm not gonna put someone on the spot, but I got him inspired to do this because I saw someone sitting out in the front. I'm like, what are you doing out here? And they're like, I got anything else to do. And from where I come from, you ever hear that slogan, a mind is a terrible thing to waste? Like, let's get busy. It's like what John said, and people are responding to it. We only had a little bit of something, and I'll just say it we have this, probably the only one in Massachusetts in this building who still have these things called trash chutes on our floor.
They
And
dropped it, yeah.
One of the, and let's just say I think people haven't been educated what to put down there. You don't put cat litter down there. You don't put all these things because it clogs up the trash compactor and it's a health hazard and not nice. So there was a campaign, Save Our Trash Chute, and showing people how to do it. And I think the slogan was, use it properly or lose it permanently. So when you think about it, McDonald's, everybody goes outside. So anyway, it's this whole community stuff.
And I'll finish your pictures here real quick. This is the flyer you shared,
Clean up, Sodom.
cleanup flyer. This was, all right.
Renika was there.
Oh.
Oh, that's the officer. Go back a little bit. There it is, right there.
Yeah,
Sent to that hole.
Well, no, you're looking at the crack.
yeah, yeah.
And that's our own Garrett Perry, and those are the donated recycle bins. They were in my car, went to Connecticut to get them. Oh, and somebody's child was picking up cigarette butts.
Oh.
They all came here. No, they had the gloves on, they had the picker up, they were all donated. The picker up, that's Nathan Lesser. There he is, he donated those. The white buckets, the gloves, and I don't know what they're called, the picker uppers. And one little kid was like, it took him almost 20 minutes, but he wanted to try. Gloves went up to him like this, but it was a wonderful event.
So we fulfilled Patsy's role of
Right. We did. And we also have some cigarette containers, canisters. They're there. So they greatly reduced it from last time because the interim director has installed them. So right now, we're just trying to really get into the smoking policy and enforcement. But there are some responsible smokers here. You can smoke as long as it's 25 feet of the building. Some people are like, and doesn't that include the foyer? And it's not. So
More trash containers on the front too.
more trash containers. Good stuff, guys. Oh, what a difference 6 weeks makes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come visit.
What's next on the agenda?
Yeah,
Emily, you
we
have
got-
something to say to us?
Are you talking to me, Emily? Because there's two of us.
Yeah,
yeah.
you sound like Robert De Niro. You talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you, Miss Emily.
Well, hello to everyone who doesn't know me or hasn't seen me in a while. I have had a work conflict on Tuesdays since the beginning of the year. So I am, but that is finally over as of a week and a half ago. So I'm excited to be back with you. And I didn't know that, or I didn't remember that y'all were in person. So maybe I can make it in person. So I, as I think was mentioned, I'm the Ward 3 school committee member. And just FYI, I am this year running for at large. So there will be a new Ward 3 school committee member in the new year. Yeah, so in terms of a school committee report, I think that I may have shared this before, but I don't remember that on the agenda for the next meeting, we're going to be talking about actually a superintendent search process because the superintendent's contract was not renewed. So she will be the superintendent through this school year. And then during this school year, we will conduct a superintendent search to find a new permanent superintendent. So that we will have our first discussion about kind of the timeline and so forth at this next meeting, but just be thinking about, you know, who from the community you might recommend to be on a superintendent search or something like that, because that's going to be forthcoming. We are also the next meeting on the agenda is to approve the business administrator's contract for another 2 years. So for those of you who don't know her, her name is Bobby. Oh my gosh, why did I just forget her last name? Jones. Thank you. Thank you. And she has been with the district for, I believe, 3 years. And there was one other thing that I wanted to highlight. Oh, there's also going to be a resolution on the agenda to support Joe Comerford's legislation around charter school funding. So that is something I'm definitely looking forward to. And for those of you who don't know, the charter school funding formula is very complicated, but is not particularly helpful to public schools. And so we're, you know, looking to revise that funding formula so that it can be more equitable to public schools, which disproportionately have students with high needs. And then the other thing that I wanted to highlight is that we're going to be considering enacting a cell phone policy for the entire district. The high school and the middle school have had, you know, its own cell phone policies for a while, but we don't have a cell phone policy as an entire district. So based on recommendations from a parent group that has formed, as well as you know, quite a few studies out there showing the effects of screen time, well, specifically cell phone usage in schools, because we give them Chromebooks, so it's not just about screen time, but based on some of that, that's how this has come forward. We have received some feedback from the student union that is rather nervous, I guess I would say, about the prospect of a cell phone ban. And so they're wanting us to make sure and consult them in that process. And those are the main things on this next agenda. I'm trying to think of things since the last time that I updated you all about kind of what we have been doing. We did, of course, take July off, so it was a quieter month that month. But happy to answer any questions or hear any comments about, any thoughts on any of the things that I mentioned that are on the agenda.
Hand up.
Emily, I have a question.
Can you hear Greg?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You mentioned that there's a superintendent search, right?
Mm-hmm.
I understood it that she was leaving, but your words, the way you said it, was she wasn't rehired.
Right.
Which was it?
I don't remember what the announcement said.
What did you
So
say?
what I said was that her contract was not renewed.
So you didn't rehire.
Correct.
Okay. Is that hard to say?
I just am, certainly don't want to speak out of turn, but yes, that is what happened.
It's not how it was portrayed in the newspaper.
Oh, I see. Well, my guess is that it was not so unamicable as to warrant us to not want her to get another job. Like, I think that there are other districts where she would be a good fit. This one is not it for her.
And if I understand it right, Emily, she was not renewed, but that didn't mean that she couldn't. In theory, she could apply for, right? She had a 3-year contract, and so then she made in a way, she made the choice to say, I'm also not coming back.
True.
That's how I interpret it. Is
That is true.
based on the third evaluation, they did not, for renewing her contract, but she could have, in theory, put her name in them. She could have reapplied when the thing comes up.
For this one?
She could, right? I mean, she said she's not.
For a job that they don't want her for?
Well, if she wants, I mean, in theory, if she wants, yeah. I hear
Yeah,
you.
so Ronnie is correct about that, it's that we were not renewing the contract to say, yes, she is absolutely the one that we want, for the superintendent. And that reminds me that there actually will be a report from the superintendent evaluation subcommittee on tomorrow night's agenda, Thursday night's agenda. So the third evaluation has not fully completed, and that was part of the reason why we didn't want to, renew at that moment.
Can I ask a follow up on this, superintendent? Unless someone has.
No, please do.
So Emily, you mentioned the school committee is setting up a search and all that.
Mhm.
Just just put it out there. This is the second time in a row now, school committee has selected a superintendent and chose to not renew. And so I wonder, right, like the previous one, not Campbell?
Well, yeah, she was
an
an interim.
But we did not choose to have her back. Like the school committee had 3 people to pick for an interim. They picked her. They said, okay, we're not going to use you moving forward, even though she wanted to move forward. Like it was, I guess I'm wondering what about the process is what's happening in the process and what's going to be different moving forward at all that being thought about? Because, I mean, I think in Northampton, there's one principal now who's been here for a couple of years. Like our administration is incredibly, and we need to get someone long-term. Anyway, so is that in the discussions? I hope that is, or if it's not.
We haven't had the discussion yet. So the discussion is happening on Thursday night. We have not deliberated at all about what a superintendent search would be like. I mean, I hear you about the need for some stability in the administration. I mean, I'm not going to say that there's not a pattern in terms of like some churn, but I don't know necessarily that it's the search itself that is the problem.
Can I ask a question?
I don't know. But it is a really good question. And I guess I would say that our search the search that we did last time, it could have probably been more robust. I mean, you know, we used MASC, which has a fine process, but we might need a little bit more intervention, right? We might not be a tier 1, we're a tier 2 intervention kind of situation. I don't know. Those are just some off the cuff thoughts, but thanks for the question, Ronnie. And I heard Jada.
You heard me trying to pipe in here. Yes. Ronnie brought up a question too. I mean, that makes me think of something, and I wouldn't be me if I didn't bring it up. It's the process. You had 2 candidates that didn't work out or weren't renewed, and I met them, and they both looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
So, they got muted like me. So, okay, so but when I heard the word not a good fit, and I don't know the whole I assume that, but of course my mom, what is a good fit? And I know, and the only reason why I can say that is for this to be taken into consideration. I know I've been told that I'm not a good fit on some things just because of the communication, the cultural differences in which people talk. I can't begin to say that. I met people, first person I met during the Doozy Doo parade. So of course, just like Renika, when I saw her, I ran over and said hello. And how are you? And blah, blah, blah. So I ran over and talked to people. So I don't know what's going on here. I would just think that I want Northampton and school committees and people, political people, whatever, to look at the lens that they're seeing things through. And whether or not you're setting, I'm not saying it's happening, setting up people to fail, blaming them for something that hasn't worked. Oh, don't work. So I just think that going forward, these things have to be taken into consideration because I can't help what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. So anyway, I'm not blaming anyone. I love everybody. So I had to say that now. I feel better.
Well, sorry, not letting us.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, Jay, I think it's an important thing to name. I mean, Desmond Caldwell, Black principal of JFK, left as well under the whole horrible situation with the Confederate flag, right? And like, and we need our school committee as the leaders to lead this work. And if there becomes a trend, that's what sort of what I was trying to bring out, like with the process, like what's going on with the process in hiring administrators that are leaving, and what is going on with the fact that, you know, we're trying to diversify, but either they don't want to stay or we don't, you know, we're saying non-renewals, or, you know, I don't know. I just don't, it's a weird thing going on. And I feel like school committee needs to have some deep thinking about it.
Yeah, so I mean, Jada, thank you so much for bringing that up. And I'll say a couple things. One is that there was actually a report. It's been called, I think, the Green River Report, that was done several years ago. That was an in-depth look at Northampton and our ability or lack thereof to attract and retain. I think it was specifically educators of color. And so there were some really specific recommendations that were a part of that report. The school committee had approved a process to have a working group within the district to look at that report and start to recommend some implementation for it. I'm not entirely sure all of the reasons. I think some of them were budgetary, some of them otherwise. Superintendent Bonner, when she came in, shut down that particular program. So, it's, I'm not meaning to say that it's not happening by saying that it's complicated. I'm just saying, like, it is really complicated. And the truth is that there is no school system in the country that operates in a vacuum away from white supremacy or racism. So we are all steeped in it, and that makes me certain that there are things that have happened within this school district that are an expression of that. And that is not to say that somehow, like, there's something worse going on here than other school districts or something like that. It's to say that this happens everywhere and we have to root it out everywhere. The process of what that looks like, I think, is the really important question. And both Jada and I have gone through some of the trainings, like with the cross class dialogues with Think Again and some of those organizations that I actually brought in to have some dialogue with the school committee as well, or to facilitate dialogue in the school committee during last year's retreat. And I found that to be really fruitful, that sort of reparative process, rather than we have to find the problem, and once we fix that one problem, then suddenly Black folks are going to be all happy in our school district. And that's just simply not the case. So it's a really complicated reparative process that has to happen.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I think this discussion has been fruitful.
Thank you.
And can multiply.
Can I answer real quick? You have something, Emily?
I wanted to move on to the election.
Okay, so that's the last thing she'll just say. Has the contract been approved with NACE? New contract?
Our tentative agreement has been approved, and we are in the process of hammering out updating the language in the contracts. Our plan is that 3 out of the 6 contracts will be ratified on Thursday night, and then the other 3 hopefully later this month.
Okay, again, thank you. It's nice to see you.
Thanks,
Thank
Emily.
you. Thanks for texting me too.
That's very helpful. It's a great discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley.
And someone else on our new business, we wanted to talk about, election. Oh, yeah, the farms. Sorry, guys, I'm a little holding from all that discussion. So Well, yeah.
So we wanted to do something, but then.
Yeah.
We found out about what Jim talked about. So I guess. Where do we go from here?
Yes, Ron.
Ron,
I don't think we do anything before the preliminary.
Yeah,
I think
that's correct.
if we can contribute following them. Because there will be, two people, there'll still be an election for Ward 3, it'll be 2 folks. So that means,
so the preliminary, can't say that word right now. Picks 2 people that will, okay. And then we can do a separate thing after primary.
Have they decided why do you think that's? No,
nothing before the preliminary?
yeah,
I mean, so I guess there is I spoke out. There is something beforehand. If we want to, we can. I don't know if we have between now and September 16th, bandwidth. If we could have a Ward 3 specific thing, that'd be amazing.
that chatter over the summer, that wasn't about doing something for the prelim election.
It was hopeful, but it didn't happen.
Okay. So Bob, are you feeling like we're too late? Since you've
For
been
the preliminary, yes, but we're not too late for the general. But we only got one date we can use Bridge Street School, I believe, which is, Jim knows what it is. Would you remind us, Jim, what date Bridge Street School is available?
It was a September date following the preliminary, so the following week. And that essentially, so one of the obstacles with using the schools is that to use them for these type of events in the summer is difficult, if not possible. It's one of the reasons that we don't meet, we never met at Bridge Street School during the summer.
Right.
Because, so, and the person who I spoke to with the school department said that would be an early date to choose from. I'm sure there would be dates after that if the association wanted to, entertain, if you want to have you could do October.
Do you think an October date might be available?
Yes, so that,
Then we should try to find an October date, and then we should contact all the candidates who we want to have and see if they can come to that date.
I agree.
Then, in my opinion, our forum should be the mayoral candidates and the Ward 3 City Council candidates. Only those 2 races.
Bob, why not at large?
School
Because
committee.
there's too many people.
What
Just
about
just too many people. We only got one night.
But Bob, it will be narrowed down by it's 6 now, but it'll be narrowed down to 3.
No, but there'll be for the council race and the mayoral race, we'll have 2 each. But for a council at large, there could be 4 more. What I'm saying, they're trying to get 8 candidates in one night is just too much to hear from the candidates that I mostly want to hear from, which is the mayor and our ward council seat. That'd be my argument, but I understand.
My question is, did we kind of ignore that there's an at-large school committee?
We're all ignoring the whole school committee. Yes, we're not doing any school committee stuff.
Was that-
I don't know how else to do it.
Okay, because we have someone who's going for at-large school committee who's in our ward.
I understand that, but there's still, then we get into how many more races. That's too obscure, in my opinion, for us to do.
That one. Yeah.
No, I can see about the at-large city council, but school, I just,
Is it competitive, Sergeant? Is the at-large? Oh,
which one?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, at-large, yes.
It is.
Yes. Yeah, but I thought you meant the,
who are the folks? Sorry.
You're talking at large.
at-large school committee.
Yeah.
Great, and she's on it too.
Emily will know.
Sorry. Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Emily, who's running at large along with you?
So Yeah, there are 3 candidates for at-large school committee. Myself, Tiffany Jewell, and Roberta.
Robbie Sullivan.
Robbie Sullivan.
Yeah, I've never met her, so I I only know what's on the spreadsheet, and that's her like legal name.
And how many will be placed in the, out of 3 candidates, 2 will be?
There'll be 3.
They don't have a preliminary,
Oh,
so
Got
it
it.
will be valid for the general.
that's what I was thought. We were talking about the general election.
We are.
Yes.
We are.
So there are 3 candidates, and 2 of them will be chosen in the November election.
But there'll be no, that race will not be on the special election.
That I know.
Bob,
Correct.
The only reason I would suggest trying to squeeze in at-large school committee is because there are so many candidates who I just don't know. I think they were very.
I understand, Greg, and I don't know them either. I just don't want to get too many people, be a bit there, talk for 3 minutes and we know nothing more about them than we know now.
I mean, you just got a principal we're talking about. Half of us, a lot of us are on, the school council. So we're part of the school. Some people.
So there's no reason we couldn't do 2 nights in October. We could do one that's Ward 3 based and the mayoral, and then one that's for the council at large and school committee at large. We could do that if that's what makes the most sense. But I think we shouldn't try to do 3 or 4 races in one night.
Thanks for that option. That is worthy of consideration. Yes, Jim, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So there was a bunch of folks who said that they would volunteer to work on a committee to help figure this out. And I think that those folks should meet and hammer out the details of this and come to the September meeting with a plan for, 1 night of forums, 2 nights of forums.
That's a great idea, Jim.
And then the board figures it out and then we'll know how to move forward.
And who beside me would be willing to serve on that committee? Jada, Emily, is that Stacy?
Yeah.
I can't see who it is. How about you, Jim?
I'm gonna take myself off because I'm part of other campaigns and I think those 3, you and the other folks are perfect.
Anybody else who wants to be on the planning of the election forums committee besides Stacy, Emily, and Jada and me?
Is that enough? You feel like that's a good amount?
Take more. You want to be on it? Raise your hand.
All
All
right.
right, great. Okay. I will set up a way we can meet and talk about a plan in the next few days on using Zoom. All right?
Hayden.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Great.
I have a,
Oh, Ronnie?
I have a question. Because you'd have to, go to the League of Women Voters thing and it's a lot of shared time. I wonder for the preliminary, would we want to send all 3 candidates 3 to 5 questions that our board votes on and say, can you respond to these? And we'll send it out to our listserv. Like, not that we're taking aside, but these are 3 things that, I don't know, just as a thought. Because
Is this just the school committee or?
I have tickets for that event, and I plan to attend that event, the one at Bombyx on August 25th, whatever day it is. So I can, if there was a chance to ask those kind of questions, I'd be happy to try to get.
Well, I guess that you mean like, I don't know, something that we then emailed out to our listserv saying, there's these 3 questions that we asked all 3 candidates, and here's their answer. As a thought. Ace?
Okay.
I may be speaking to the same thing you are, but, I'm biased in this issue. You could just send the candidates an email and regardless of what the League of Women Voters does. Ask them to answer it and say, hey, we're wondering, like to share your answers.
That's what I'm suggesting. Is, does the board want to, we could do it over email, send, decide on 5 questions, 3 to 5 questions that are relevant to the neighborhood association.
Have
And
you just
just to the board, just to the,
ward council candidates.
or 3
the Ward 3 preliminary. Yeah,
That's something, my worry about that is, it's a lot of effort for very little leadership.
And they
Well-
may or may not respond.
It's a thought.
yeah. I mean, I guess I would say, what I know what would happen is we email it out to 300 something people on our list. So they would at least have the chance to, 300 people on our listserv would hear, these are questions that are relevant to the board, and here's the 3 candidates' answers.
I got a counter suggestion.
Counter,
What if we,
Additional.
additional, or counter.
what if we take answers to their, what, at the 25th and 26th in this, like a summary, instead of like the effort part, less effort.
Wait, can you say that again?
Go to a summary or a transcript of the answers from the event on the 25th
Oh, that would be,
that we just post. That's what she
I
said.
wonder if we could send out a recording.
Or that. Sorry.
But I guess I'm thinking that League of Women Voters thing is about, they're asking questions that are, ward neutral.
Oh, okay.
You can't ask a question about a specific candidate or what have you. And I guess I would love to know from the 3 candidates for Ward 3, like, how do you see your relation, what do you see as what is your plan for working with the neighborhood association, building on the neighborhood association's partnership with city council to support, right? Like something like that, like Ward 3 neighborhood association with Bridge Street School. How do you facilitate that? Are you committed to we're doing we have our monthly mayor's thing. Like, I feel like there's a couple of questions that the association members and board would benefit from hearing from all 3. And then we just post them. So that's what they said. And that's, I don't know.
Actually, you know what? I like your idea. Specific. Maybe we can talk about it during our meeting and then come back to the board about ideas for questions.
Well, the only catch would be our next meeting is, they wouldn't have time to, we'd want to.
September 9th, in our next meeting, September 9th, second Tuesday.
September 9th? Okay.
Is it true? I would like to speak something as a person, not as the president of the Ward 3 on the floor. I have some specific questions for a couple of
You can
candidates.
recognize yourself.
I'm recognized, thank you. Oh, yeah.
you're not gonna say it now. I was waiting for you to say something.
Oh, no, that's all right. I gotta clean it up.
Let's discuss it.
Well, and I think if you guys come up with something that needs to be acted on, and you have a clear recommendation, you call an emergency meeting, like a impromptu meeting, you get a quorum and you get a vote, and it happens.
Bob, are you gonna send out some dates or?
Yeah, I'll be in touch with everybody by email and figure it out.
Thank you.
Jada, what were you gonna say?
Jada, were you
You were just saying
Well,
something.
no, I was just saying, I'm just trying to vote it. No, I want to go to, I was getting ready to register because I want to ask questions at that forum to candidates. And I wanted to ask it not as Ward 3 president. I wanted to ask it as.
I see.
And,
I got my tickets during this meeting, so if you go online to the League of Women Voters, you can get tickets for both the 25th and 26th now.
okay, I'm doing it now.
You can submit questions now.
She won't answer. I mean.
No, I mean to the League of Women Voters, and they don't add that to their list. I don't know that they're taking, I don't think they're getting verbal.
They're
questions.
not gonna take verbal,
And they
only
have-
or even the questions they take at the event will be written down questions.
Okay.
The only people who speak are the league or the Gazette.
And they
Okay, I
have to
guess.
be directed to everybody.
Okay, so I guess I want to ask everybody who's running for any Ward 3 candidate, what have you done for Ward 3 lately, Sabo House lately? I asked that.
Yeah.
I did, I'm Janet Jackson on you all the way. I want to know, what have you done? Have you come to meetings? Have you been to the Ward 3 Neighborhood Association? Have you been to Sabo House? Have you been to Cahill? I'd like to know.
Good one. That could be one of our 5 that we, well, and then let him say it.
Oh, I wanted to say himself, but okay.
No, I hear you, yes.
All right.
Did you do the treasurer report?
Executive secretary.
And this is good news.
Can I, can
we Yes,
part
sorry.
that?
Yep.
'Cause it's past the time.
Oh, yes, guys, it's 8:34.
I'm just trying to respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
On your way out the doors, you'll hear that we got $145 new deposit
All right.
of a lifetime member with about $50 of expense. So we've had an increase of about $100 and we have a balance of $660. Motion to adjourn.
Oh, yes.
Second.
Okay, afterwards, I want to tell you something.
Adjourn. All in favor?
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And I wanted to tell you, guys, I forgot to tell you.
You want
KU
the recording?
Wait,
No, they don't have to stop for it. Stop. It doesn't